Hello everybody all over the world. Welcome to the new Letranjer. Well, as in new, I mean I have new since I covered it last time. And it's very warm. Summer is here. Can't wait for winter. So the Letranjer is the weapon where you pretend you die. You leave a corpse, an ammo pack that yields no ammo. And then you have some speed boost, damage vulnerability, or like some super armor, speed boost, and then you can just get past the choke. And that's really all it's good for, and that was the episode. Thank you for watching. But we have to do this anyway. But first I want to talk about something that is very important when it comes to playing Spy, because Spy is such a very situational class. If you played Spy and you tried collecting demos for this episode and then you did well in the beginning and then shit at the end, that is because the enemy began to anticipate your Letranjering. So let's use this camera, hello, and look at what you have to do as a spy. So this is very nicely drawn by me. Here we go. So here we have, this is a very simplified version of a map. So here's our spawn. These sticks are your team and these X's are your teammates, and this is the enemy spawn, and somewhere you have the objective, right? So as a spy, you start here, and then your job is to get all the way behind and then start to work on these guys. You don't have to get all the way behind you. Maybe you can get this guy or this guy or this guy. However, as you'll see, many spies do, they will spend a lot of time getting behind here and then doing nothing, which is when you would not play Spy. You would play something else, because it's better to be in the front, occupy some physical space, actually prevent people from going forward instead of spending all this time going around behind enemy lines and then not being as effective. Sure, you are doing what you're supposed to do as a spy, but you have very little impact over what happens in the game, as opposed to like a heavy or a demo or a soldier or a scout, who basically, if you look here again, they're usually the ones like stopping the objective and preventing the other team from moving back and moving forward. So as a spy, of course, you are a pick class. You're supposed to pick the key players. However, what we see most of the times is that the pick you get hardly has any impact on the game whatsoever, because bad spies goes for easy pickings, which is the people who are easy to kill, which are like new players that are very bad at the game. And then you have the pros who don't play Spy because you're better off playing Sniper or something else that is more effective. So first, I just wanted to show you guys something. The most interesting part with the Letranjer now is that you can't recharge Cloak other than using either Big Earner or Letranjer. It's currently the only Invis watch that doesn't have some kind of ammo pickup, and I don't really agree with that, because the Invis watch can pick up ammo, refill. This thing you can pick up ammo and refill when you're not invisible, and I feel like this game should have the same mechanic as well. However, it could have a nerfed state, because a lot of the times when I played with this, I found myself just waiting. Right, I was just waiting. So I used my Letranjer and I was back here and I was waiting, doing nothing. Not wanting to reel my position and not being able to fake my death a second time going in and doing the stab thing. So if we use the regular knife, and then we're gonna hurt ourselves and run forward at the same time. Oops. Let's see, let's bring up the Letranjer and try that again. My bad. Maybe. So then you can see you run pretty fast, and you can see the drain in the corner goes down pretty quickly. And without the drain, you kind of end up around here. So give or take, depending on it depends on the obstacles if you have to turn or stuff like that. So you can end up like between here and there. And with the Letranjer, this is where you would end up running this distance. So this is what about 40% additional cloak means. Yeah. So also with this thing, of course, you can use it and then decloak right at the same time, because it does charge faster. However, you're not able to use it unless it's full, unlike the other cloaks that you can just use whenever you want to. So that's also a big thing to consider. I'm sure a lot of you experience this when playing, is Letranjer is not something you run all the time, especially not after the Ambassador Durf that you got. So right now, the only potential I can see for using this Deadringer is just to get past the choke that you normally wouldn't be able to get past using any kind of other watch, which was the original design. So that was 5 minutes of me just yapping about basic spy stuff. So let's go and look at me doing basic spy stuff on the same map that I've just shown. So here we are, we're dead. And I'm using the big earner to get some cloak back when I do the stab things. And that is pretty good. So we have some medics down here. I'm looking for a target, 3 medics, or he jumps, and then I fake my death. And then I see an easy target, you know, I get the medic and get the sniper instead. So we get him. And then we have 1 skill. And this is fair! Diamondback is the only reason spy can be good with this thing, almost. So I didn't really accomplish much there, mainly because these medics knew what they were doing. They were constantly checking their backs, and of course they never bought me faking my death, which is essentially what's so good about spy, is that when you change loadout, you can switch from pretending to die and just being invisible. So when you do that switch thing and you're not forced to record in a manner that I have specified, it gives you a lot more elbow room in order to be more deceptive. So moving on, this is going to be a lot of user submitted stuff. So this is going to be AdamWTS, and he's going to be using what I call the Deadringer enhancement build, which is he's going to use the Letranjer as well as the big earner. He's going to have less health, but everything he does with his other weapons is going to yield some cloak that he can use. However, he's only going to have 100 health, so he has to be careful about that. And of course, stabbing people in the face will yield that speed boost regardless if it's a backstab or not. And this medic is going to go down, and then we stab that guy and should probably use the pistol there, but he runs away without taking any damage, going down on the side here. Still holding this up, disguising as a slow-moving soldier. If the enemy team has a lot of soldiers, then that might be a good idea to do. He's also disguised as a friendly soldier just to, you know, convince people that he's dead. However, be careful about the disguising before you're fully cloaked thing, because they will see us in smoke cloud. So now he is what I've talked about. When we go back, zip. He's now here. All right, this is where he is. Past the objective, behind enemy lines. Good? You following? Cool. Great. So this is where he is, and there's his weapon. Goes in. Gets the stab. If he would have played any other class, he would also have gotten the kill. So then he's just going to rotate around and see what's up here. There's a sniper with the Razorback that shoots him because he disguises as an enemy guy, which isn't always the greatest idea, but he disguised as a friendly scout. Going to grab this health back. And then, keep in mind, you have to stab 3 times in order to have full cloak, or you just have to wait a little bit so he gets 2 stabs and gets out of there. So far, he's only used this Deadringer to kind of show that he is a Deadringing spy, right? So eventually people will catch on with the people that die too quickly. But it's a good idea to disguise his teammates and then use this cloak. However, the Deadringer is loud, but when teammates aren't turning around, people are screaming. With the Deadringer, allows you to do a lot of cool stuff like this. And also this heavy doesn't check his back, which he should, and down he goes. And this is what I mean, like when you pry on bad players, you aren't really actually doing anything, because playing as other classes would probably have gotten the kill, and the players you're killing don't have that big of an impact in the game. Anyway, but no matter, he's looking for this medic. He's currently not disguised. And then he goes to the side here. Of course, he has a nice little AppSap friend going around this other side as well, looking around, grabbing health. Currently disguised as friendly, fakes his death. And because the other team is kind of clueless, they keep buying this. So this is why I want Spy Walk to be a thing. What is Spy Walk? Well, right now, as you see, he is disguised as a soldier, but will run at the speed of soldier. However, they aren't looking at him. So I would like the spy to have a feature like a button he could press, and that he makes him run at the spy speed, despite being disguised as a soldier. That is great! And I want to have it in the game. So he has to undisguise to get the stab, and this soldier doesn't even notice, right? So he's been prying on these guys for quite some time. It's the same people over and over, getting what is it, 2.5 or 3 points every kill. There we go. So he still hasn't used the Letranjer all that much. I guess if the other team would have been more competent, then he would have been more forced to use the Deadringer a lot more often, and he wouldn't like get every stab he attempts to get. Like this. He looked at him and he's like, "That's not Spy. That's the soldier that's right in front of me." Maybe, or another guy. And then he jumps, goes forward, misses the stab, shoots the scout, and gets stabbed by another spy. Oh! The irony of Spy getting stabbed by a spy. Yes, quite intriguing. So, not a lot happened there in terms of, well, I mean, he did get a lot of stabs, but the ones he stabbed weren't important. They weren't like, of course we only see one live, so we don't know if these are like the guys that are holding down the forward line and stuff like that. So moving up, this is going to be a Rattle Wrench, and he's going to be using the Ambassador along with the Spicicle and the Deadringer, the old Doctor Enforcicle, which was super OP, but now it sucks because the Dead Ambassador is a lot weaker than it should be. So then he just goes in and does that, because when you don't have high enough mouse sensitivity, that will happen a lot. And then he goes to the side. He actually hasn't used the Deadringer all that much. Just looking, see what they have. Not opting to disguise himself because you don't want to show off the outline, which is another stupid thing for Spy. I wish you could have like an option for Spy that could, or like something that you could pick to show if you wanted to be shown on the outlines or not. Or you could just make it so that he has outlines, but you can't see them through walls. Because as a spy, your job is to be near the enemy spawn. So why the fuck are you being punished for doing what you're supposed to do in a place where you're supposed to be doing it? And of course, the Putis barrier. This is the Putis protection squad that you can do. The Heavy should have eaten, so he could have given some more protection, but there we go. He uses the speed from the Deadringer to go out and kill that clueless Heavy, which we've killed twice now, I think. Going around the side here, full stab, step, shoot, 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 shoot. Yes, got him. And the cart is moving forward. All right. Currently disguised as a scout. Don't want to give away our position. Now that Heavy see us. Let us just do 55 headshots. So there really, like right now, there isn't really a lot for him to do. Why? Well, back to this thing. The enemy is here, and Rattle Wrench is also like, it's hard to get behind when there's no more space, right? So it's hard. It's really difficult to do. Shit. And then he gets in trouble, uses the Spicicle to gain immunity to fire, and also the Deadringer provides immunity to fire as well, so you have double immunity, which means you should be getting health instead of losing it, Valve. Actually, no, it's just like 200% resistance, also means you are resistance. And then he just shoots the sentry, reloads, pushes the cart, as there's really nothing much else to do. As you can see, the majority of the defending team is dead. There we go, go for it. Stab, yeah, there we go. Keep in mind, Deadringer does not protect you against backstabs anymore. If you have the Deadringer up and you are stabbed, you are dead. So it's not get out of everything jail free card anymore. And then he just stands up here, gets their attention. His Deadringer isn't quite ready yet, so he's just like, hey, look at me, I'm up here. You don't know how much health I have. So here would be a great place to just fake his death, which he does, but he doesn't run forward because there's nowhere to run to, so he's forced to going back. And as we look for effective time, he hasn't really done all that much except getting people to look at him and shoot at him. Now, this can be useful if you get the people you are harassing to chase you to a place where they normally shouldn't be going. However, because of how this map layout is, anywhere around this last point is where they want to be. So you can see he's trying to get them up to the upper area here, maybe, like as a distraction. That is something. It's hard to really gauge how strong it is to get people out of the fight to chase you, as opposed to just killing them and forcing them back to spawn. And the Pooch is heavy. He's useful for distraction plays. And there's a sentry up there, so he could run up and sap that, which is exactly what I think he's gonna do. Yep, you can see finally there was something to do, and he goes for it, but he has to be careful because his cloak or his Fagin isn't ready yet. Ah, shit. 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 Fuck. Huh. Damn it. So this point was kind of different. Let's say you're a defending spy and you're going to the upward last thing. If you can get people to like follow you to the other side of the map, if you can get like one or more, you're kind of pulling your own weight, which is good. Which is why I always say to people, don't chase spies if they want them to chase you, because you will be out of the fight for so long. Cool. All right, so we have one more from Rattle Wrench, and this is really going to showcase the issue that is very prominent with Spy, and is that often you will spend so much time doing and accomplishing basically nothing. Because now we're going to have the opposite place, where we are now in a spot where there isn't really a point to get behind the enemy because the enemy is at their spawn. So that's interesting, right? So here, like, how are you supposed to get behind the enemy when you can't get into their spawn? Well, we kind of just have to stay up here, which is what it does. And he's going to be using the ambassador and trying to reminisce on the old days where that would have been a kill, maybe. And just stay here and show everyone that he's a spy. And then let his more effective team do most of the job. So he stays here and misses a bunch of shots, gets one demo to waste a single bullet, which he then reloads, and then he does almost 50 damage worth. Like, bothers this sniper. Doesn't kill him, it just bothers him. If he were a sniper, he would have killed him and then fakes his death, picks up this health pack, tries to go for a stab on this soldier. He blows himself up because you know how much self-damage you can take. And then going back. So far, he has done nothing of importance. He has made a soldier feel stupid. That is to the extent of what Rattle Wrench has done this game. So now he has the Fagin, so now would be a great time to maybe get a Fagin off. He's also shown that, like, he's not even disguising as something else. He's showing everyone that he is a spy. And he's not disguising because he's using the Eternal Reward, which means that he needs a backstab in order to get a free disguise, or else he's going to have to spend his entire clip of cloak, which takes forever to like, it doesn't take as long to recharge, but he should definitely have been doing that. So, like here, like, what are you accomplishing here? So he goes down, he's like, ah, attack, and then he dies. Clap, clap, clap for Rattle Wrench. You spent, hold on. Clap, clap, clap. As a spy, you spent over close to 3 minutes. 3 minutes of being in the battle, and you got a kill. And you made a soldier feel stupid. If you'd played any other class, you would have done something. It's not his fault. I mean, with the Dead Ringer, he did what he could, but it's hard to get behind the enemy when the enemy is at their spawn. Make sense? Makes sense. So coming up next is going to be a bit of Vulture, and he is just going to do some basic spy stuff. And this is the level of effectiveness that I like to see. Like, you go in and you do some stuff and then you die. Not like you run around and then you play the hokey pokey and then maybe you hurt someone and maybe you kill them and maybe they kill you. So he just goes down, triggers this. He's disguised as an engineer and goes up and gets the stab. So he, in 28 seconds, got the same amount of kills as Rattle Wrench did in 2 minutes, just because he went up and stabbed. And look at this trick stab! Yeah, that wasn't laggy at all. And then he prevents more stuff to do this. And also keep in mind that if you want to recharge the Fagin faster, you can do this, and then he runs into another spy, and despite aiming directly at the fucker, the bullets curve around, making you miss because the bullet spread on revolver is bullshit. And then he dies. But I like what he did. He got stab, stab, dead, done. He went 2 for 1 and almost killed a spy, because it's a bit unusual with the Letranjer how many shots you need. It depends. Maybe it's 5. Like, if you're looking for a perfect, you need to do it 6 times. But because there's some charge and you might not empty your cloak entirely, it can vary from like 3 to 4. So this is going to be Robsan playing out of Swiftwater here, and he's going to be using the Ambassador, reliving the dream. And as well as the Spicicle Deadringer, the old potent combo. Yeah, Soldier was the MVP there, obviously. And then he burns to death. No matter if it looks like a spy, and moves like a spy, and is disguised like a spy, it's your teammate. Obviously. Duh. Cool. And then he goes around here. So this is a good place to be as a spy. You can watch stuff. You see the enemy pyro spy gets a stab on another spy. Ah, the counter espionage. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Very good. And we see heavy. Okay, that's okay. So we have a couple of interesting targets here. We have a sniper, and now we're actually in behind them. But did anyone see us? No. Great. How would you know if someone see you? You just do that, which he didn't do. But he's being very careful. And then he's gonna go, pyro! Alright. And we then sacrifice our knife instead of grabbing the health. Okay. More ambassador, yeah, spy check the scout that is running at the speed of scout. Alright, well, Robsan, just wants to be sure. Just super sure, there we go. And his knife is back, cool, excellent. So here we go, this is Dispenser, because health packs are for pussies. There we go. Gonna run forward. Oh! Look at that. The kill, the skill, the bill that was paid. So there you go. And he goes in the corner, and then he remembers, oh wait, I'm not a sniper, shit. Better go this way then, and cap, maybe? No. No, we're gonna go here. Reveal to everyone that we are a spy, and then run up here, maybe. Oh, there's another target. Oh, wait, another spy got to that. Well, no matter, we will go up here and fight this spy with our spy. And there's a scout, and we are out. If they would have hit us. Oh, but the ambassador coming out here. Oh, okay. We'll take that laggy headshot any day. Skill shots. And then he goes back, grabbing his health, and not even top fragging, and he somehow had less than 27 health. So, despite doing spy stuff as a spy here, Robson actually didn't have much impact on the game, because the cart was just constantly moving forward, regardless of what you did, and there wasn't really any heavy hitters, and the heavies that were there were out of position. So, he got a couple of, I think he got 1 or 2 heavies or something like that. Which was good. Other than that, the rest didn't really matter. Like the headshot on the spy that would have died to the pyro anyway, it really didn't matter. So here we have Enigmas, and he's going to be using the Wanga Prick, which is the same as the Eternal Reward, which means when he stabs people, he will take on their disguise instantly, and there is no scream, and they phase out of existence. And people know that he's there, so there he goes, stabs, takes on the disguise of the Engineer, and this is probably the least noob-friendly weapon to play against when you're a newbie. And then he gets the medic, and he's looking around. Ooh, there we go. And he hasn't really had the need to use the cloak or the Deadringer at all until maybe now. But then again, he got away. So up until this point, he could have obtained the same results using the basically any other watch. And then he gets the double stab because people don't look when people go like ah! It means like they've gotten stabbed or shot in the head. All right, just listen for that. But they can't hear it because the Wanga Brick is silent. Think about that shit. Stabs the medic, gets on fire, and finally, he's now using this to escape. And that's maybe a spy. Maybe. Anyway, going back, grabbing this health, and there's a health pack under here, and a dispenser, cool. Waiting for the Fagin, and now we're ready to rock and roll again, and this soldier found it suspicious. All right, so now they're onto you. So now, the next time you die, which will be sometime soon, would be the logical time to switch away from the Deadringer, because the competent players are now aware of you doing that, so switching it up will leave you that more interesting. Of course, a nice little double stab there, taking out 2 power classes, doing shit that matters, and getting this guy, and oh shit. But, 10 kill streaks and then I'm getting some cases. It's pretty good. This is actually one of the few where he actually made a lot of difference. Getting the medics, resetting their Uber, killing the heavies before they got into too close to fuck with the defense. Good stuff. I think this was the best one. So of course, the next one after that, it would have been very good if you switched to like Cloak and Dagger, like wait a bit more so people get more paranoid, like where's the spy? We don't know. Maybe in the corner. All right, so this is Amadeus. He's going to be using the Letranjer along with the Spicicle. And we're just going to see another example of it's very hard to accomplish stuff when you kind of are forced to use a weapon that you normally wouldn't, because the Deadringer is, of course, a weapon that is a response to something. It's like, oh man, I can't get past something, better switch to the Deadringer. So then he runs into the Spyro and uses up his cloak and knife and has to fucking bail. So now we're in the odd place of just running around, not accomplishing much. So then he's gonna try and rebuild some cloak off of this soldier so he can fake his death, but the soldier somehow backs off. You know, when I'm a soldier and I see a spy, I just think free kill and I jump on him and kill him. I mean, that's what I do, but this other guy had other plans apparently. So there comes a scout. Oh, almost did the super tricky dicky stab. And here, Amadeus should have died. Like, this scout fucking sucks. He's the fastest class in the game. You could have just zoned Amadeus, just stay in the corner, don't move, and shoot him, and you would have killed him. And he's like, no, fucking run around and I'll shove my face in your knife, impaling myself, actually, saving you the trouble, because I am such a nice guy. Hashtag 420 time, pause. All right. So here we are, going back, get a sap on this. If you had a diamond back, that would mean we got a crit here, you know, getting sniper skills for just doing spy shit is cool. Grabbing this health, and now we are fucked. Fucked. What can we do here now, I wonder, because we have to build the Fagin so we can cloak again. However, when we are in a position like this, they will know after the third time that we may be dead ringing and not really dead. So let's see what he accomplishes. So one guy is after him, so that's one guy out of the fight. And then he's like, well, fuck it, he's not doing anything anyway. I'm going back to the fight. And then we alert everyone that we are here. Take some damage from this stuff. We alert the heavy as well. Can we get 2 people to follow us? Okay, so the engineer has had enough of this shenanigans, and we fake our death. And he... Alright, so the heavy is distracted, so that's good, I guess. So shooting on him, having to reload, almost killing him. We have the Fagin. But now they're just ignoring us. You know, we're supposed to be the distraction. They're like, yeah, spy? Yeah, you can stay there. I don't fucking care. Pale is this way. Fuck that guy. What's he gonna do? Sap the teleporter? Pfft, please. And it's like, yeah, well, that's what we're gonna do. And then we have to Fagin and, well, fucking up. Here we go again. And we can't fuck the timing. If, like, whenever we do that, we announce ourselves. And this engineer's like, oh, there's a spy still around. Like, we can shoot this? Alright. Okay. Mini sentry down. How long is it gonna take before it's in the exact same spot again? Let's watch. Let's watch. Oh, wait. Oh, no. The engineer's distracted. He has forgotten. Oh, shit. We're taking actually quite a bit of a damage here. Oh, and someone's taking the health back. We're 39 health, and we're about to run our cloak, and the spy's onto us, and... Fuck. So this is a situation, like, the reason I chose this isn't because, like, Amadeus is a shit spy or something. It just shows that when you're doing it right, like the spy stuff, like being behind enemy lines, because you can't do anything to make the cloak go faster without the people noticing you, it's gonna fucking suck. So we're basically like, hey guys, I'm over here, shooting him with my pea gun. Ugh. Next one is gonna be Electric Mace, showcasing you the art of falling. So here he is on Gold Rush, and he's like, you know, if you jump from this spot and you can do this, and then you can run past the guys that the sniper that probably... Oh, we ran past the scout. All right, so now we are behind enemy lines, but we're not up to their spawn. All right, cool. So we've used our Fagin Death as a sniper. Give me my cloak back. Cool. So we got 40% back. And that's another spawn. Ah, yeah, getting the speed. Gotta go fast. Beep, beep, beep. Oh, shit. And then... Oh, I said beep, beep, and it was a beep, beep outside. Did you guys hear that? I heard that. I hope the mic picked that up, because that was funny. Maybe it's a guy on stream that's watching... No, that's not how it works. Anyway. Electric Mace still around. This opts to not stab this scout. It's up on the high ground. This is a good place to be. So now you can stop whoever's pushing the cart, which he doesn't do because he fucked up the stab. Whoops. But he did block the cart, which is important, I guess. Oh, there's a heavy. Is that loud, maybe? We don't know. All right, 99 health. Oh, let's get the stab on the... Oh, and yes, the double stab. Nice. Gotta go fast. And then this guy. And fuck you. And shit. So he did stuff, and he did use the Art of Gravity to trigger thing to get past, so people didn't know that he was there. So he kind of like forced it as a normal cloak, which you can do, which is useful in scenarios like this. However, I do feel that the Deadringer were kind of designed for maps like Dust Bowl and Gold Rush, where you have like tight corridors where it's like fucking impossible to get past as a spy. But other than that, like, it doesn't have the versatility and the other capabilities that the regular cloaks have. So moving on, we are gonna go and look at Karma's camera, who is he just hates engineers, and that's why he has the red tape recorder, because he wants them to waste as much metal as possible. So going around here on Moss Rock, I think this is the map name, so he looks around, sees Scout, and ha! Nice little backstab there. All right, we've done something. More than Rattle Wrench did that one time earlier. Do you guys remember that? You remember how shit Rattle Wrench was that one game? Cool. Pausing 420 once again. It's absolutely not intentional, I swear. I don't watch the timer when I pause. So that's the second 420. Take a blaze. All right, so he's gotten a couple of kills, and he's just walking the perimeter. So right here is a good spot to just go into the enemy spawn and see what they... Oh, so that didn't count. Cool, sure, whatever. I'll let that one slide. Let's see what they have. So this is a good spot for you to be as a spy, because you have now used your abilities to get past the enemies. The flanks are open. You're going to their spawn, and everyone who spawns will see you. So he just saps this, and he's just looking. Is anyone gonna go and do anything with these? Oh, he fixed it. So that means we're gonna get this. What? Okay, second time. Oh, engineer. Okay, he might know that we're faking our death. We're gonna pick up the health, and we know that they have an active teleporter. So we spent a lot of time not really doing much, but we're capping the point, so whatever. There's that teleporter. And they're not capping. Okay, here's some guys. Let's see. Important targets would be this teleporter. All right, fine. And he gets the heavy, and then sentry. Here, if he would not have had the Deadringer, he would have been fucking dead. But the Deadringer made you alive. So it should be... So yeah, so because of the speed boost, and then he gets a nice sap of that, preventing it from further damaging his teammate. And this is the first real example we've seen today where actually the Deadringer paid off. And ooh, look at this. You should really heal up if we're going on the roof and look at the... This guy says an engineer. It's like, yeah, it's totally my building, dude. It's like, I made it. And it's, oh, shit. And then... What kind of adventures will Karma's camera do here? I mean, he could get around. Oh, heavy. Stab him. So... Oh, no. Oh. I died before he could do anything cool. But the setup was there. It was like on the roof. You could like telecamp and stuff like that. If you would just have been a little bit more on, if you would just been a little bit more ready for that kind of stuff. So next up is Jack Mob. I hope I wrote that right. I think it's a new submitter. So let's see what he does. So here we go. This is CP Stalemate. I mean CP Powerhouse, an old map that was introduced at a very late state. So he goes around and sees Scott. Tries for the flick stab, kills him. That's fine. So far, same results as everything. They haven't seen you, so there you go. Gonna tap over and then fuck. All right, reload and run away. And oh shit, the scout's after us. Oh no, dude. The counter to stair stabs. He stopped. He's not supposed to stop. He's supposed to run forward like an idiot. God, what's up with this quality memes? Oh no, he's got the bat. If he would have had a bat that actually hurt us and actually didn't, do, actually does damage. It doesn't do that much. Doesn't do as much damage as the normal bat. That's what I wanted to say. So then he goes back and he's still fighting the scout. He still eludes him, and the scout bonked. That's Jack Mob is just unstoppable, and then he decides to just fuck himself like so hard, and Jack Mob's like, yeah, I'm not even gonna bother with this guy. And then the scout killed the engineer. Dude, you see that? The engineer's dead. Oh, Jack Mob, you left him alive to kill your like, whose side are you on? We'll never know what side you are on when that scout killed that engineer. Quality meat. He got the sentry too. No. Look at the kill feed. The scout got the 7 health scout killed the engineer and the sentry. And Jack Mob's like, I'm just spy stuff, Oh, cool. Anyway, now it's time to step it up, and the stab and the shooting of the medic and the reloading and the stabbing of the other guys eventually. So now we got in the stab, we got a bit of a roll going. There's the mobile sentry that he actually saw us. And he's deaf too. Bam! Here you go. Nice stab, sees the soldier, he sees us, and then he forgets us because he's actually just an NPC from one of the Metal Gear games. Or one of the games with shitty stealth where you crouch and they can't see you. Try that as a spy, it doesn't work. Oh, and the medic once again. Jack Mob 01, another pistol kill, has actually had some impact on this game. He's actually helping the capture as well. Good on you, boy. Here we go. Are you ready for more stalemeatiness? We run up. Get the, oh shit. Fuck. That's a spy. The spy hurt him. And faker death. Ooh. Oh, there's a scout again. The manhunter of engineers. The engineer hunter. And now would be a great time to just get on the point and force the other team to be a bit more defensive. And if they say fuck it, I don't care about the capture, you win the round and it ends. But no, he's like, I'm gonna go over here and spend a lot of time doing nothing. I mean, I'm gonna run around, I'm gonna look at the soldier and who just got killed by the superior pick class, which is sniper. And then, oh. So at the end there, I would have really liked them for just be like, well, the objective is to cap. Even though I'm a spy, I don't have to stab people constantly to be good. I could go on the point and die and force the enemy retreat, thus allowing my team to move forward. So if we go back and look at this thing that we talked about, if you want the enemies back here, just go on the objective and they will go this way. And it's great, it's fantastic, and I will love it. I need to get a better system for this because holding that camera from 2011 isn't that great. Moving on, we will look at a guy called Jason. We're gonna look at how Jason does the spy stuff. So I am just gonna fast forward a little bit. Cool, there we go. So here's Jason, he is on defense, and this is a good spot to be in. So, all right, so he has something equipped on there, so let me just unbind that key. There you go, he jumps down, and so far he hasn't done anything. He has wasted his cloak, and nothing has really been accomplished, so he's forced to retreat, although the enemy team knows that he's a spy. On his team, however, there are 2 spies, which is sometimes one too many, but Jason goes for a butter knife and gets the kill. And a bit indecisive, grabs this health, currently disguised as a friendly scout to give away that he's a spy and not just anyone. So then he disguises himself, sees what's up here. Sentry just goes for a sap and run, that's fine. Pyro doesn't spy check, so that makes it a lot easier. Sap this. If the first trick stab doesn't work, try the second one. And also, not 420 when I paused. So then he goes the stab on this, holds up this thing, and instead of going for the medic, he's like, yeah, the medic who has Uber, not important, health pack, gotta have it. All right. So he has destroyed this, and is that a spy buffet? Is that an all you can eat, or you can stab? All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. 3 kills and we're out of here. All right, so we have gotten 3 kills and the cart is still going forward. We have had no impact on the progress of the enemy team despite what we have done as a spy. And this is what is so frustrating when you play spy. Like, just watch, I want you to pay attention to the payload and what he's doing. So currently Jason's in the back lines. Like here, like I mentioned earlier, if you can get people to chase you this way, it's actually really good. But at this point in time, he is actually out of the fight. He's actually not present. He isn't doing anything. So he goes and grabs this, runs back, sees if there's, nope, no teleporter. All right, so then he has to go back to spend all this time. And now, nope, he's gonna take another detour. And finally, he is in a position where he can do stuff, but there's no distraction for him to do anything, so he's even more useless when he gets to where he needs to be, which is here. There's a couple of, like, there's 2 pyros, and I was like, ah, shit, all right, use this, and there's a soldier up there that we can't do anything, and now we're fucked because, we can't recharge the cloak, and we're burning, and we're close to our own badass of pyro, and, we get the trick stab, and we die. Despite doing all that spy stuff, that spy work, like, the cart's still going forward. As opposed to if you were playing something like a heavy or a soldier or something, you would be physically stopped. Like, the other players might have been alive, but they might not have been pushing the payload. All right? There's a lot of times where he spent more than like 10 seconds doing nothing, and that is essentially being dead. So let's look at some more stuff where stuff didn't go anywhere. So here's him again. Like, he has good trick stabs, but he doesn't make a difference. Which is really what you need to do as a spy. Like, you need to, like, it's like, this one guy on the other team, like, this fucking heavy, or like, this demo has a pocket medic up his ass, is fucking wrecking us with crits every time. I have to kill him. That's like an important target. But it's like, yeah, Mr. Joe Schmo, spy main from the Yoho. Not that much important. So, disguises as a scout because he has a small hitbox. Goes inside. Oh, shit. 8 rocket there. Over half your health gone. Pick up this health back, and the scout. This guy's now on you. And then the trick stab. Pew, 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 pew. Dude, killing clueless players is the best. And then this engine. Random crit. Sure, why not? Revolver is good. Oh, shit. A soldier that uses the shotgun. And for some reason doesn't know how the dead ringer works. Is that a spot? Trick stabbed again, bro. Trick stabbed again. Actually, let's have a look at that trick stab and just see how tricky that stab was. So, here we are. And here comes the soldier. So, like, he sees you decloak, like, and then he looks to the side. He's distracted. I forgot to change. There you go. Kills him. Anyway. No, I guess he hit him in the side. Because everybody know this right here. It's my back. It's where I put my backpack. There you go, gets a stab. And there's a sentry on the point that he needs to take out, because as a spy, you can take out, yeah, just, no. It's like, I'm gonna trick the scout into following me 3 times, even though he doesn't do it. That's what I love doing as a spy, when I see, like, you have one of these try-hard spies who've been watching, like, a guide on how to, like, trick stab shit, and you just stop, and they're like, well, you're not supposed to stop, you're supposed to come at me blindly. And then they leave the server because they whine about you random creating them for, like, the 5th time in a row. Anyway, we are going to watch this map. I mean, if I wanted a successful YouTube channel, I'll just play this map all the time. So he's currently disguised as his own team. Or no, the other team, sorry. There you go, stabs. No, he was disguised as blue, what? Anyways, this guy's as a blue scout. He almost has his Fagin, runs into this medic. They have an epic battle where he tries to do the trick stab. This is also critical sandwich. He's currently weak on health, and this is not going well for him, and he should just fuck out of there and get some space. And he decides to go to a place where he fucks himself. So this medic actually knows that this spy is screwed, and is like, yeah, what about that? Oh, I can still shoot you while you're invisible. Here you go, and you're dead. And that was actually a spy main medic in disguise, killing critical sandwich on the most competitive team deathmatch game mode known to man. Payload race, Hightower. God, that map fucking sucks. So that's why we have one more, because which is here. So here's a little trick you can do if you are being spawn camped, which happens when your team sucks and the enemy just attacks your spawn. You can just run into the locker, refill, and have a very, very long cloak time. And this is very useful, especially with the Letranjer, which allows you to get longer range. There we go. Critical sandwich gets a stab on that guy, and he's on fire again. And he's like, "Oh, I know how to do this. I'm gonna go super fast." Oh shit. Of course, this is Turbine, so the objective is not to run around like an idiot and explore vents and make a map that is just vents. It is to go and grab the intel. So we are just gonna... That's not what you're supposed to do.
What?
It's gotta go and be like, all right, time to admire the stairs. Yep, enemy spawn. Yep, there it is. Cool, I'm just gonna grab this. And then he runs, and enemy spotted. And I don't think the dead ringer works if you're holding the intel. You have to drop the intel, pick it up, and then go whoosh, I think. I mean, I don't play Capture the Flag at all because it's a game mode that sucks. So quick little note on why it sucks is because the gonna have to use this again. Is because the objective is like here, like behind the enemy spawn, and you have to go back and forth pretty quickly. And what fucks you with that is respawns. The guys you kill, they come back and they kill you. So this is gonna be Motezo, and he is using the Letranjer quite effectively. Ah yes, so he's currently on red, and there's a stab, yes. Motezo gets a kill and then distracts this Pyro. Gotta be careful though, and he doesn't leave the objective, and he goes and he actually makes sure that the objective doesn't go forward. Oh, there's a soldier down there. Well, the sniper got him. He's pretty weak. So let's reload and move for, oh, there's a medic. Well, he's a bit too far away for us to really do any damage. Oh! Doing a bit of a stab on that scout. Is that another free stab? Yes, it is. And a butter knife. We butter knifed a guy that's being shot by a heavy. That's also known as a kill steal. Very much endorsed by all spies. And another stab on the same clueless scout. The scout's like, gotta go fast. Hold that W button straight ahead. Corners. Pff, there's not gonna be a spy there. 3 times in a row. What are you talking about? So here he is. Also, okay, so they're onto him. They know he's a spy. And now he fakes his death, and he's oh, he barely survives. And now you are screwed because you don't. What the fuck? So he gets a stab. Has to reload. There you go. Okay, we got the Fagin. Go! Yes, nice uses of the Letranjer. One of the best examples we've seen so far, where you just use that and be like, "Come on, give me the cloak," and it was like, "Time to go," and then you just bolt, and that's what he does. Nice work. And there we go. That's Batman. That's a dead Batman. Oh, and then he goes down on the low ground. Oh shit, they're after him. Stab. Okay, is it? Okay, so 2 spies after him. So he's actually doing quite a good job of people just constantly looking for him. So this guy was deaf. And then he shoots this medic, and he almost has his cloak back, but not in time before his timely demise. But still, you can see the power of the Letranjer used correctly shooting people and then using it to fake your death. I mean, we saw Amadeus using it, but he didn't have anywhere to go. While as he did have anywhere to go. Because he would, because of, like, that's how the map works. So, we looked at someone who was effective. Let's look at someone who's essentially deadweight on their team, and that's going to be Rare. And he's going to be using the kunai, and we're going to see him accomplish things that his teammates would have been able to without him. So, the deal with the kunai is that you have less health, but whoever you stab, you absorb the health, and then you can tank a lot, and then you can survive a bit longer. Which makes sense if you're not using the Deadringer, because you won't need super armor when you have extra health. But you can use this as well, you know, you can mix and tricks and do whatever you want. And of course, he is going to be doing this the entire time. Take a shot every time he does this. You'll be dead by the time we reach 420. So he's currently on fire. Hasn't done anything. He hasn't, I mean, he's been hit by a pyro twice. He has 10 health. He's being reduced to go back in to spawn here. It's currently been almost a minute, and he hasn't done anything. So he's been technically dead for a minute, and you thought like 20-second respawn time were a long time? Think a minute of you doing spy stuff. So now he finally gets behind enemy lines, and you can see there's another spy doing his job. Another spy got there before him. All right, fine. Let's hope that spy just dies. And then he's gonna go back, grab this health. Nope, the spy's still alive. And here we have Rare going in, and he's gonna get this soldier, who is gonna face 2 heavies and another soldier. So, are you just gonna let them kill him, or are you gonna go and get the stab? No, of course you're gonna go get the stab, of course. I mean, the soldier would have been able to gotten away, but he wouldn't be able to do anything. And of course, case example of you bump into one while you're doing this fucking thing, and you're not able to do the damage, get the stab or anything. So stop doing that. It's like doing this with your foot, like when you're like this nervous thing. It's like being a nervous spy. I forgot to pause at 420. Sorry. Runs down into a pyro. Doing the face thing again. All right. So or the kunai flip. There's the medic. No trick stab attempt. Now would be a great time to not do that, but to pull up the pistol and shoot him in the back because you're a spy. And so what would have happened there if he didn't stab him is that the Demo Knight would have gotten ahead and would have been able to run faster permanently. While you were like, nah, dude, 140 permanent temporary health, please. Was more important than that. So clearly a kill that mattered. So here we have, oh wait, okay, so right now we're just a distraction while the team actually does all the killing, and that was a propane tank. That was not the back. That's why that didn't work. Let's go back in and just see that one more time and watch this. Watch the attempt, because I do think he did everything right. It's just like you can tell that he's lagging. So here we go. Here comes the pyro, and he's like, whoop, and he should have had that, though. That was a proper backstab. But the server was like, nope, fuck you, no backstab for you. And that's a spy, and now he remembers he has the pistol, but he doesn't reload. So the next time he meets people, he won't have 6. Now he does, going around. And you can see that Rare is rarely doing anything that matters. I mean, he's flicking his knife, and it looks, or the kunai looks pretty cool. But that's about it. All right, so now we're in the... Okay, we could have gotten the stab, but we didn't. But, oh, okay, we're looking for the medic. Get the pyro, okay. Now with that, the medic knows that we're here. We're not going to be able to get any kill. So, okay, there's the medic again. Golden opportunity, and... Come on! He's right there. Just stop. Oh, and now the medic's after you. Oh, and keep in mind, if you're not disguised, you're going to give the medic 25% Uber. And you can see Rary's going back, and time to stab the. Oh, we're lagging. Oh, there goes a stab. Oh no, the medic hit us twice. That's 50% Uber. Shit. Stab this guy. Yeah. Medic. Okay. Just get this guy maybe. The medic. Oh no. Oh, he got 25% Uber off of us again. Whoops. Not the best place here, I have to say. It's kind of working against you. You're kind of feeding the other medic and stuff. There's a sniper. Yeah, got the stab on him. That's great. Sentry, let's go and... Let's go and miss the stab. Miss the stab. All right, so we've missed the stab, we've missed the sap. How are we gonna follow up? We're gonna just gonna make him nervous to think we're there. All right, so now we have to wait until the cloak gets back. There's a sniper and a good call using the Letranjer to build that up. Well, the more effective spy kills. Oh, there's a medic again. Oh, we didn't feed him this time. That's good. And then we're going down this way. So, what you do is that you wave your knife and you go like, I'm not a spy, give me heals. But he's like, I have a disguise, I might be the spy that's been killing you this entire game, but I'm just gonna stand still and ask for you to heal me. I'm not gonna show you, or I'm gonna fucking waste your time. And everyone who's a doctor who doesn't watch this, they know what I'm talking about, patients fucking wasting your time. Which is rare. God, I'm bashing you so hard right now, but you submitted this. And at least he worked as a distraction for his soldier friend to get the kill on him there. And then he's gonna lure this engineer over here. He's very weak. Get that 14 health. Definitely worth spending the time getting those. It's only 10 seconds left. Get the stab before the other spy stabbed him. Currently overtime. Sap. The gun that has no consequence whatsoever. And then missed the stab because of modem connection. And there you go. Not even in the top 3. Top 1 was the other spy, who was probably using the regular cloak and going for shit that fucking mattered instead of doing this the entire time. All right. Cool. So, this is gonna be different, where he also does not have that great impact on the game. So he's currently using the Ranga prick, which is your eternal reward, which is you get the disguise of the people you stab. So he goes around the side, does some bit of a flicking, but he doesn't do as much flicking. There we go, and gets...
What?
Wait, hold on. What kind of super trick stab was that? I didn't know you could do that. Hold on, let's see this again. So he comes in, and there's the soldier, and he just goes backstab. As you can see, as you can see. All right, so now nobody knows that he's there, so you should go for the medic. Let's be careful. Goes for the soldier instead. Yep, that's 2 kills, so he has to kill those. And then, oh no! Another spy comes and fucks it all up. I'd say, because I think what happened is that the spy came behind him, and then different blocked the spy's backstab. Because if you're inside a teammate and you hit with the melee, you're gonna hit your teammate and not the enemy. However, bullets go through. So a bit of a mistake there by his teammate, I'd say, because when I play spy, I'm not like, yeah, I'm just gonna let, I usually think, all right, I'm just gonna let them kill him and I'm gonna go and do something else more effective. And you can see all the time he's spending, you can see that the cart is moving forward, and he isn't really where he needs to be in stopping the guys. So then he goes and kills that engineer, and he has to retreat once again. But as you can see, the cart is painfully close to the edge there, and he has to get back there ASAP and stop whatever he is pushing. But he's very busy shooting this heavy to recharge his cloak. And there you go. And Sap this. And then now I would have retreated, which is what he does, and he sees what they have, and then it doesn't go so well. So also you gotta be very careful with the eternal reward when you're blocking payloads at the end, because keep in mind you do not block while you're disguised. This is not Overwatch where you have like stupid mechanics like I can block the point if I'm invisible. Because that's fun. Because when you stab people, you take their disguise, and when you're disguised, the card goes forward. So if he would have gotten the stab, but not gotten the second stab or shot or removed his disguise quickly enough, the card would have just gone in the pit with him on it. So that's also a thing you got to be careful about. Like, as a spy, your objective is still to stop the payload. It's not to just do work on people that have no impact on the game. So we're getting close towards the end here. Going on just an hour. Wow. Long spy play. So this is going to be Karma's camera here. Now I'm just going to show you this one and another one, and then we are done. So we're looking for a stab on that medic, and then I should have probably committed to finishing him off, but who knows, maybe someone else did. Medic isn't dead yet, as we can see in the kill feed up top. So there we go. Alright, so there's someone there. This guy's in the corner. Let's see what we find. We find an engineer, so just sap all his stuff, shoot him, get the cloak, grab the health. Yeah, that's, yeah. So that would have been the finale, but I have one more. So, like, don't taunt spies ever, because they might be dead ringing, which in this case he was. So that engineer got served, and he also had a health. So this one requires no commentary. I'm just gonna turn up the audio and let you enjoy. Oh, it's AdamWTS, by the way, as you can see. The friendly Putis makes the try-hard spy die by going insane. So that was the Deadringer episode for the spy. The Deadringer is kind of in a it's in a response state where it's not something you open with, it's not something you use all the time, and you're also, if you want to be very effective with it, you're very much reliant on either Big Earner or the Letranjer, these two other weapons for the spy, like these two, because these give you cloak back. I would like to see some mechanic for cloak being generated, maybe even like just faster cloak, more than like, it even has 50% regenerate, but that feels like a lot because you're forced until it's full, and then you're kind of forced to use other weapons if you want to be a bit more dynamic or a bit more effective with this thing. So, but it does the job, but I'm not a fan of like being able to run faster and all that kind of stuff. I wish they would tweak it so it's a more spy-like, to be more of deception and stuff. So with that, we're gonna do something we haven't done in a year, because it's been over a year since we did the last competitive nightmare. And over a year ago, we got a competitive update, which of course sucked. Matchmaking still a fucking mess. It was a mess back then, it still is. So now we're gonna do another one. We're gonna torture ourselves with a game of competitive. So here's the topic for next time. You play competitive, like Valve competitive TF2 alone, no grouping, just you, and you record the first 2 lives of your demo. So you start and you play for 2 lives, however long that is, and then you stop and you submit that to me, and then we can all sit here and suffer together, because I have a feeling that everyone is going to have a very bad time. And it's very easy. You just start up a competitive game and you play until you die twice. I mean, you can stop the demo after that. So that's cool. Have fun with that, guys. Also, be sure to check out the Discord in the description below, as well as the raffle that will be coming up too in the description. See you soon.